from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Tar Heels offense will get first crack at it today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best players.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Hauls it in. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Nittany Lions offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking downfield, it's good. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give out of the gun. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. Third and goal. To the air. It's good. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks like he's going to try to return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. RPO complete to open the drive. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's moving out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 25. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Fires to the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why I recruited.
He's got it! Touchdown, Penn State! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You can tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Past the first down marker and still running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. To the air on first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Snagged out of the air. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's good. Fires to the right. Got his man. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, and not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Works the middle of the field. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Texas A&M packed a wallop today. And in many ways, it felt like it packed the 12th man with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test. And instead, it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Gonzalez. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left on 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. He wants to go deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. What a costly mistake and big call. They could have been right back in this thing, and now they'll have to try it again. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
It's complete to the left.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. To my athlete versus yours, the defense won that battle.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's good. The screen, and watch out. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd and goal coming up. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Excellent pass by the back on the option. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple of times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Wide open downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tar Heels! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's good. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Penn State!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Gonzalez. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Lost to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wants to fire on second down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure coming. Short gain on the play before he slides.
That's one of the advantages on defense of forcing a third and long situation. You can go to your dime personnel package. You get a lot of those smaller, faster bodies to deal with a mobile quarterback like this who sometimes will try to scramble. That time there was just nowhere for him to go.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Give to the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very... to quantify.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. They want to run this quarterback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. The give on the option. He has the first and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Now the pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And, guys, this will stay a 24-point game. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that foot.
Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight up front. They're just getting beat across the board.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Daly. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double...
Oh, a lot of space. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Tar Heels have pushed it inside the 20. DB's right up on the receivers. From the red zone, looking for a man. He misses his man. See, just not what it needed to be on that play.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw again. Touchdown, UNC! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives.
On the double. 42 Spider.
Wants to throw. It's Daly. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Orlando. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Leaves it with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Moss. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Let's go.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Rousseau. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising.
Catch and stride inside the 15. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. He's got it on the run. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Appalachian State has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 22 over Coastal Carolina. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On the ground, it's Figueroa. Gets it past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to throw, it's Daly. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on 3rd. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Orlando. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big
breaks into the open. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Still running at the 40. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gives it on the option. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Great job by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
41, North Carolina, 28.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Daly. Under fire. Got room at the 35. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
There he goes! Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Orlando.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Throws toward the end zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
They've got the screen set up. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The Tar Heels in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Daly. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll send out the kicker here. Splits the uprights, good. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
To the air on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
QB slice it. No gain on the play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Gonzalez.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we've got to get the 1st down. Or we've got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he had it The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early